welcome back. We are out here in Atlanta, Georgia, out at the NRTCCA 2025 conference in Atlanta, Georgia. I am with my buddy Mike O'Connor from Peregrine. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great, man.
This has been a complete different game here this year, hasn't it?
Yes. You've really grown. This has been an explosion from Elk Grove to today.
Right. In the matter of what, 4 years?
4 years.
Yes. And I knew Mike back when he was a head honcho over at Atlanta PD, and now we're back in your backyard.
You are. And this is the first time I've gone to a conference where I got to stay home.
Is it really?
Yeah,
okay, beautiful. That's what I like to. And Mike, for everybody out there, Mike is a cop's cop. He's one of my favorite people, and he knows this space inside and out, especially from a command point of view. So we really respect what you have to say in the space. But then you turned private sector and you went to Peregrine. And not everybody knows what Peregrine is. We're not talking about the Falcon. We're talking about Peregrine in the real-time space. So can you kind of explain what that is for people that may not know?
Well, as you know, the company was named after the Falcon.
The Falcon.
But it is software. And I think it's when I saw it for the first time, I thought it was game-changing software, which is why I implemented it for the Atlanta Police Department before I retired. But what do we do and who are we? Well, we're a data analytics and integration platform, which is kind of meaningless to most people. What that means is we take disparate data systems that most police agencies have, like nearly all, like your CAD, your RMS, your ALPR, any database you want. We have some people that are even running like human resources databases through us for overtime analysis. And then what we do is we model that data on our end, and then we reorganize it, and we give you an operational picture that you can make decisions from that makes sense to you based on what you're looking at and what your goal is for searching around that data or mapping that data or putting it into a dashboard that's meaningful to somebody for crime analysis work or intelligence workflows. Let you search for nicknames to try and find real names, partial tags to try and find ALPR hits. We do a lot of stuff with your data to try and make it much more operationally useful for you. But what no one should ever say, and if they do say it, no one builds a single pane of glass. There's no such thing. Right. So please, if a vendor comes into your space and says they make a single pane of glass, you can throw them out right then.
Yeah. See, I told you he was an old street cop. So, yes, in our experience with what we've seen with Peregrine, that's been our experience exactly to that. What I love is the fact that as a detective, for instance, this is one of the things that I try to point out to people when they ask me, well, what does that mean? What does that data integration stuff mean? It basically means that when I go to research John Smith, that I don't have to go into my RMS, then go into the CAD system, then go into the NCICs to see some sort of photograph database on the same suspect. I don't have to go into my GangNet or my evidence.com. Peregrine takes all of that and says, we'll search all that for you right here and now. It's not going to take you weeks. It's going to take you seconds to get all that same info.
So like using a prolific offender as an example, and we'll name him John Smith because you just did. So let's imagine this particular John Smith gets in lots of trouble, and you're an agency that has gone through 3 records management systems. You choose to integrate your CAD system, your 3 record management systems, some ALPR, your evidence.com, and now you run that same John Smith where you are having to search all of those databases separately to get all of the information you want or to view the body-worn camera. We can bring that all to you on one operational page. And if what is common in police agencies is John Smith has been finger fudged into I don't know how many different times. Right. So his record exists 40-something times across those 3 systems, the records management systems. We have proprietary software that will allow you to put all of those profiles into one place. So now you're not having to search individual profiles in those RMSs. We've collapsed all of that information into our operational pane.
Yes, it's amazing. It's so cool. That's one of the so for our members out there, this is what we're trying to get you information on. If you couldn't make it out here, this is Peregrine. This is one of the things that they do. But with that, sir, you've been a part of all of this since the beginning, yes. And you've got to see a lot of cool things out there. Now, with y'all, was there a big reveal this year? A new thing that Peregrine was offering, or did you guys come out here with what you've been doing the whole time, and you're waiting for some big reveal to next year? I want to know what you guys got coming around the corner.
Well, I think the newest reveal outside of the software is that we are now an international company. So we have Canadian customers.
Okay.
We onboarded 2 Canadian customers this year. And we are looking to expand internationally. So there may be some other announcements in the not too distant future about work we're doing in other countries.
Okay.
That's one. The software, I believe that, we're located in San Francisco for a reason, because some of the best software engineers in the world live in the Silicon Valley area.
Yep.
We are trying to hire as much of that top talent as we can. We are hiring at an incredible frenzy. So I was employee 33. I think last I heard, maybe up to 275 employees and counting.
Dang.
So we're really rapidly expanding, but while we have hired people to be sales, we hire more engineers than we hire salespeople, probably by a 2 to 3 to 1 ratio of that. And that's because we update the software almost weekly. So now we are now running artificial intelligence across all of your stuff. If you've ever seen Axon's Draft 1, where it's taking body worn camera and then just automatically turning it into a report, what we're doing is when we analyze that John Smith guy across all those different profiles, we're surfacing all of the relevant details about that individual and only your data, not some chat GPT nonsense, and then telling you these are the really important things you need to know about John Smith. Here's a timeline for all of the time that he's gotten himself in trouble. So using artificial intelligence in a very meaningful but in a very appropriate way for these law enforcement agencies.
Yes. Yeah. Love it. And since you walked the floor before we end this, and you've seen a lot of the stuff that we've offered this year, you guys have been having a good experience. The conference has been working out for y'all, hopefully.
Yes.
And there's a lot of cool stuff out there. Has there been anything this year that caught your eye that you're like, dang, that's pretty cool? Since I've been outside of law enforcement, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, one thing really kind of caught my attention probably, other than us, because like I said, I think we have the best stuff going.
Yeah.
I thought the announcement yesterday by Rick Smith that they had bought Prepared 911 was a big deal, only because they're going to offer here in the not too distant future to real-time crime centers the ability to immediately have transcribed 911 audio as part of your analysis tools to a critical incident, right? So you'll very quickly have a dumped 911 call. You'll have your cameras going. You'll have whatever ALPR you might have near that area. You'll have more information at your fingertips faster than you've ever had it before, and that's going to be in the next 6 months.
Oh, I didn't know it was going to happen that quick.
I hear that it's moving right along. Now, don't quote me to Axon's time frames.
Right. I gotcha.
But you get the general idea that I know that it's very important them to get that project up and running. And then, the space is getting more competitive for everything. And the more options that cops have to have conversations and figure out what's best for them, I'm still a believer in that, right? Like, you've got to figure out what's best for your technology stack and your agency, and then have meaningful conversations with the vendors and make sure, you're not getting jerked around.
Yep.
And make sure that company has a good reputation, and then make decisions from there.
Heck yeah. I like that. Well, sir, before we get off here, is there anything else you want to get out to the people where they can find y'all, anything like that?
I guess the booth is open for about 1 more hour.
Okay.
But we are right at the front of the vendor floor, so happy to talk to anybody who wants to come by.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good. And it's peregrine.io.
Peregrine.io for more information.
Excellent. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother.